I always want to say good morning, but you might be watching this in the afternoon, so hello Butterbeans. One of you pointed out that I haven't done a shared reading in a really long time, and I have to tell you the truth, it's because I got distracted reading my book and it's really long. It is 878 pages and I am on 567. Now, Miss Bishop is reading this story too, and I really have to try and finish it before she does, okay? So that's why I've been delayed and I'm very, very sorry about it. But we are going into the next part of our story, The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. If you need to remind yourself of the story so far, you can watch the last shared reading that we did. We are up to the third quarter. Now, those of you that have been doing the fractions, you know how many quarters there are in a whole. So, we're nearly there. After. On the short bus ride home from hospital, there is no jazz music or hoop talk, only brutal silence. The unspoken words volcanic and weighty, Dad and Mum solemn and wounded. JB, bandaged and hurt, leans against his backseat window with no less than 2 feet between us. I feel miles away from all of them. Suspension. Sit down, Mum says. Feels like we're in her office. Can I make you a sandwich? But we're in the kitchen. You want a tall glass of orange soda? Mum doesn't ever let us drink soda. Eat up, because this may be your last meal. Here it comes. Boys with no self-control become men behind bars. Have you lost your mind, son? No. Did your father and I raise you to be churlish? No. So, what's been wrong with you these past few weeks? Put that sandwich down and answer me. I guess you've just been what? Deranged? Don't me. Talk like you have some sense. I didn't mean to hurt him. You could have permanently injured your brother. I know. I'm sorry, Mum. You're sorry for what? I'm confused, Josh. Make me understand. When did you become a thug? I don't know. I was just a little Are you going to get angry every time JB has a girlfriend? It wasn't just that. Then what was it? I'm waiting. I don't know. Okay, well, since you don't know, here's what I know. I just got a little upset. Not good enough. Your behaviour was unacceptable. She sounds like me. I said I'm sorry. Indeed you did, but you need to tell your brother, not me. There are always consequences, Josh. Here it comes. Dishes for a week, no phone, or worse, no Sundays at the rec. Josh, you and JB are growing up. I know. You're twins, not the same person. But that doesn't mean he has to stop loving me. Your brother will always love you, Josh. I guess. Boys with no discipline end up in prison. Yeah, I heard the first time. Don't you get smart with me and end up in more trouble. Why are you always trying to scare me? We're done. Your dad is waiting for you. Okay, but what are the consequences? You're suspended. From school? From the team. Churlish. Churlish. Adjective. Having a bad temper and being difficult to work with. As in, I wanted a pair of Stephen Marbury's sneakers, Starburys, but Dad called him a selfish millionaire with a bad attitude, and why would I want to be associated with such a churlish choke artist? As in, I don't understand how I went from annoyed to grumpy to downright churlish. As in, how do you apologise to your twin brother for being churlish, for almost breaking his nose? This week, I get a report card, make the honour roll, watch the team win game 9, volunteer at the library, eat lunch alone 5 times, avoid Miss Sweet Tea, walk home by myself, clean the garage during practice, try to atone day and night, sit beside JB at dinner, he moves, tell him a joke, he doesn't even smile, do his chores, he pays no attention, say I'm sorry, but he won't listen. Basketball rule number 7. Rebounding is the art of anticipating, of always being prepared to grab it, but you can't drop the ball. The nosebleed section. Our seats are in the clouds, and every time Dad thinks the ref makes a bad call, he rains. All Mum does is pop up like an umbrella, then Dad sits back down. JB's got 19 points, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. He's on fire, blazing from baseline to baseline. Dad screams, "Somebody needs to call the fire department because JB is burning up this place." The other team calls a timeout. "Dad, JB won't speak to me," I say. "Right now, JB can't see you, son," Dad says. "You just have to let the smoke clear and then he'll be okay. For now, why don't you write him a letter?" Good idea, I think. But what should I say? I ask him. By then, Dad is on his feet with the rest of the gym as JB steals the ball and takes off like a wildfire. It's one of my favourite sorts of sections where Kwame Alexandra messes with the language. Are you ready? Let's see what it does. Fast break. He's a backcourt baller on the BREAK break. A running, gunning, shooting star, flying fast. JB's fixing for the glass. Bounce, bounce, ball beside him. Now he's getting flyer and flyer, climbing sky. He nods his head and pumps a fake. Explodes the lane. Criss-cross, cross, ball, Chris, and takes the break. Kaboom! Above the rim, a thunderous almost dunk. That elbow just sent JB kerplunk to the floor. Foul. Storm. Like a strong wind, Dad rises from the clouds, strikes down the stairs swift and sharp and mad as lightning. Flagrant foul, ref, he yells to everyone in the gym. Now he's hail and blizzard, his face cold and hard as ice, his hands pulsing through the air, his mouth loud as thunder. He tackled JB. This ain't football. Dad roars in the face of the ref while JB and his attacker do the eye dance. I want to join in, offer my squall, but Mum shoots me a look that says, "Stay out of the rain, son." So I just watch as she and Coach chase Dad's tornado. I watch as she wraps her arms around Dad's waist. I watch as she slowly brings him back down to wind and cloud. I watch Mum take a tissue from her purse to wipe her tears and the sudden onset of blood from Dad's nose. The next section is called The Next Morning. I'm looking forward to reading it with you, Butterbeans.